During a recent appearance on Tim Dillon's podcast, Marjorie Taylor Greene weighed in on the economic conditions on the ground here in the United States. And I thought what she had to say was both accurate, fascinating, and important. Take a look.
When Republicans, and I'm criticizing also Congress big time. I'm really grateful to a lot of the things the president is doing, but I'm really upset with the direction Congress is going. But when we are not doing anything to address the cost of living, we aren't doing anything about Blackstone buying up houses where most young people can't find a house and they're having to compete in bidding wars.
Right.
And we're not doing anything about health insurance premiums. Then for the love of God, what are we doing? The prices have not come down at all.
The job market is weakening.
Job market is still extremely difficult.
Right.
Wages have not gone up. Health insurance premiums are going to go up. Car insurance goes up every year. People's homeowners insurance goes up. Rent is going up. Young people have no hope of buying a home.
Did she just talk about private equity?
Yeah,
she just talked about private equity. Yeah. Everyone, I haven't heard a politician seriously talk about the need to do something about private equity buying up real estate, residential real estate. And I don't even remember the last time.
Yeah.
They don't care.
So guys, agreement has begun to break out now that the PACs are weakened. The super PACs are the death of democracy along with mainstream media. So now that she's starting to be off of the PAC money, she's saying, by the way, amazingly, what Charlie Kirk said to us at the DNC and RNC.
That was the last time someone on the right seriously brought up that issue.
Yeah, and that's when you and I were like shocked when he said that.
Yeah.
And it got us to open up to, hey, let's have a conversation here.
Totally.
Right?
Yes.
Because look, guys, if I've been following politics for over 30 years now, and my whole life, there's only been a couple of people like Bernie Sanders and a couple other stragglers who are against corporate rule and didn't take PAC money and were honest. And you could agree or disagree with the solution that they proposed, but they were at least honest, right? Everyone else, both in politics and media, worked for corporate rule. So when the issue of private equity like Blackstone buying up all of our residential real estate came up, they would all be an assembly line of robots. No, the bankers are doing financial innovation. It is important for them to have creative, innovative policies. The bankers are the greatest bankers. And you never get any real conversation with a human being about, wait a minute, but the prices are going up. This is simple supply and demand. There's more demand because private equity is buying up all these houses. And it makes sense because that's how we create assets for the middle class in America. It's the greatest wealth creation asset we have in America. And so Wall Street is logically trying to gobble that up. Like this is a real conversation, a human conversation. You never had human conversations before in politics and media. It was just a bunch of robots. So now Marjorie Taylor Greene is a real person. And like a real person, she has a lot of flaws like I do. We make a lot of mistakes, we have failures, we have disagreements, right? But at least she's not a robot.
She's not, and by the way, you're saying she's not a robot because she's one of the very few in Congress who has rejected corporate PAC money.
And all of a sudden, look at what she's saying.
Yes, and in the same interview with Tim Dillon, she actually did criticize Trump on the topic of money in politics. Let's take a look.
I know people that literally, some of my own personal family members, some of my own personal friends, they're getting by month to month, charging up their credit cards. Literally, that's how they're getting by, charging up their credit cards. And no, all I've seen is a revolving door of foreign leaders in the White House. Have regular people's bank accounts been affected? Has the stress come off? No, that has not happened yet. And that needs to be the major focus. It shouldn't be about helping your crypto donors or your AI donors or welcoming in these people that hated you and spent money to try to beat you, but all of a sudden are excited to come out to the new Rose Garden patio.
Yes.
That shouldn't be the focus. The focus should be the people that showed up at the rallies, stood there for freaking 18 hours trying to get in the rain, in the cold, in the 100-degree heat. For those people, those are the ones that I care about. Those are the ones that voted for not only the president, but every single Republican gave us power. I don't think those people are being served.
She also criticized Trump and his administration for doing a $20 billion bailout of Argentina. What happened? I thought Milei had all these wonderful ideas to help save Argentina's economy.
Why didn't he save them already? Why does he need our money?
Bungling the Epstein files, or engaging in the Epstein file cover-up, doing a U-turn on sending arms to Ukraine. Trump is now considering sending Ukraine Tomahawk missiles, and in fact will have US soldiers assist Ukraine in attacking Russian territory, their energy infrastructure to be exact. She also criticized the Trump administration for floating a pardon for Diddy, but not for George Santos. I'm not sure I agree with her on that one, but it's okay. And look, I just thought that interview was fascinating. I'm a big fan of Tim Dillon's podcast in general, but I thought listening to her kind of talk about what she's been reconsidering, rethinking, where she lands on these issues was important, and to have an open mind while listening to her, because we have to find common ground with people we have disagreements with. Otherwise, we are not going to be able to accomplish anything policy-wise. And in fact, we really haven't been able to accomplish much policy-wise.
I mean, look, can you find, like, we're supposed to hate Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's supposed to hate us. We're supposed to like Democratic politicians like Andrew Cuomo.
No, thank you.
Andrew Cuomo is the guy who would allow Blackstone. He would give them a red carpet to make sure they could buy up our homes and turn us into renters and take all the wealth creation for themselves, etc. So no, thank you. I'm not interested in corporate politicians, no matter what they call themselves. And now that she's off the PAC money, it's not just real estate, health insurance premiums. She noticed now that wages haven't gone up. How often have you heard us say that on the Young Turks? 1 million times, right? Because why? We're not tethered, we're not chained to the corporate PAC money or to the corporate media, right? Corporate media is never gonna talk about any of these things. They're gonna try to bury it, and they're gonna try to make her look radical and the Bernie and Ro Khanna look radical, and anyone who would serve the American people are all radicals. But the corporate scum like Joe Manchin and Mitch McConnell are moderates. Cinema's a moderate. None of those are moderates. They're radical corporatists who sold all of us out. So look, on the right, they say America first. We could argue about, what to call things. I like Americans first, because I'm not saying vis-a-vis our aid to Africa to fight AIDS. I'm saying vis-a-vis our donor class, foreign governments and corporations. Serve Americans first, not your donors first, not foreign governments first. And so, look, we try to crowdsource the revolution here. I just started it last week. So the regular show, news show, 6 to 8 o'clock Eastern on YouTube and on every other platform, Young Turks. And then at 8 o'clock, we're trying to bring the right and the left together. Guys, this is a beautiful thing that's happening now, where people are beginning to realize, oh, of course, follow the money. Money in politics is the root of all of these problems. Because once you allow politicians to be bought, well, then it's gonna be an open auction. And Blackstone's gonna buy him, Israel's gonna buy him, ExxonMobil's gonna buy him, and they're never gonna serve us. And the giant liars in mainstream media will keep telling you that they're honest politicians, when in reality, they're crooks who work for their donors. And to see Marjorie Taylor Greene liberated from that is a shocking revelation and wonderful surprise that I'm happy to take.
Same.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.